My coffee malicious compliance story. So, many years ago, I had just gotten hired on as a rookie firefighter at a moderate-sized city in the southeastern United States. Other than the typical ribbing that rookies always get, my probie year was not bad. There was, however, a lieutenant that in '01 liked it all. And wouldn't you know, I got assigned to his engine company for a 3-month rotation. He demanded that I was to do all the station chores, which is normal, and he threatened to give me poor evals if I did not have coffee ready at all times for the senior firefighters. This was not normal, and the rest of the engine company knew this. Me being a rookie and not wanting a bad eval, note that I am not a coffee drinker. I decided to give him what he wanted, but as a non-coffee drinker would make coffee. I absolutely filled the coffee filter to the rim, like I had to scrape it off level at the top. I then proceeded to use about 1/2 to 3/4 the amount of water needed. The resulting coffee was so strong and so thick you just about had to cut a piece off after you poured it. Completely undrinkable. 2 times. It took 2 times, and I was ordered not to make coffee anymore. I got terrific evals as well. How I was never asked to make the coffee/tea again. A story on another sub reminded me of a boss getting mad at me at a grocery store job I had when I was 16. He'd asked me to make him coffee/tea. Not my job. Engage 16-year-old laziness/malicious compliance. He never asked me to wash the cup first, so I'd always use a random dirty cup from the sink. This went on for a long time, but would make me smile every time I gave him the cup. One morning, the one I picked still had some noodles in it from someone else's lunch. Likely from the previous day. Gross and wet. He drank it and got noodles in his mouth. He was ultra pissed, but never asked again. We just followed the rules. Working in IT, me and my friend had a decent gig. Nothing crazy, just coding, fixing bugs, the usual. Our manager? Let's call her Karen. She had her rules, sure, but nothing too wild. Until one day, she dropped the new policy. No more working on multiple tasks at once, she said. Focus on one thing at a time, complete it, then move on. On paper? Made sense. Less context switching, more efficiency. In reality? Absolute nightmare. We tried to explain. Hey, sometimes we need to switch while waiting on approvals or testing. She shut us down. No, stick to the task. No exceptions. Okay then. A week in, tickets piled up. We were stuck waiting on feedback with nothing to do. Customers got mad. Deadlines slipped. We tried again. Look, this isn't working. You're just not adapting, she snapped. So we adapted. By doing exactly what she wanted. No multitasking. If we hit a block, we sat there. No side tasks, no quick fixes. Just waiting. Then the backlog exploded. Managers higher up noticed. Clients complained. One day, Karen got called into a meeting. She came back looking different. Next morning, email from HR. She was out. New manager came in. First thing he said, "Hey, so you guys work how you used to, yeah?" "Yeah, we do." TSA malicious compliance. So I'm coming through TSA today at ATL. The guy in front of me is emptying his pockets into the bin. As he does, so I notice one AirPod slip out and fall to the floor under the table. So I tap him on the shoulder as he turns away to let him know. He flinches and snaps, "Don't fing touch me." "Aight, bet. No problem, bud." Coming up the stairs after security, I see him rummaging in his pockets like he's lost something. So I give him a big smile, without touching him of course, and say, "Hey man, I think you dropped an AirPod back before the checkpoint. Have a great flight." For the non-Americans amongst us, TSA is airport security, and once you go through, you're not coming back without a hassle.